I'm making another Williamsburg elliptical container. It's about 16 inches wide up here at the top, and then it tapers to almost 18 inches at the bottom. And there are 20 staves, so there's a lot of coopering involved in making this container. There are 20 of those things that need a groove in the bottom that is all lined up properly and holds the actual bottom, and that bottom is tapered like this shown here. The end view, it's tapered and goes into that groove that's all around those staves. Each stave has a groove in the back side. Those all have to be aligned. So what I've done so far on these staves, I dry assembled the container, and then just marked a knife line all the way around the bottom, 3/4 of an inch off the bottom. Now, one of the issues in the way I made these staves is that this bottom is actually not square with the center line. So I have to use this cut line as the bottom edge of that groove for the bottom. The groove is 1/4 of an inch wide and 3/8 of an inch deep. So I'll mark a 3/8 depth here on both edges. By the way, you can see how these staves have a bevel angle to make that elliptical shape, and then there's also this tapering where it's wider at the bottom and thinner at the top. So I've got a cut line reference 3/4 of an inch off the bottom, but that line is not parallel with this cut edge. That's just the way I made these staves. It complicated things. So I want another knife edge 1/4 of an inch away from that one. So also that line is not perpendicular to this beveled edge here, so I can't just use a square like you would normally use a square. I have to hold that down on those pencil marks to create that knife edge. And I'm just going over the original mark. So I've got it 1/4 of an inch marked. Now I can saw down to that 3/8 deep mark I made. Just a little bit more. Okay. Cut 2 parallel lines here. All right, then with my 1/4 inch chisel, just knock out the waste. I'm sure there are other ways of doing these grooves with routers and so on, but the way I made the staves makes it hard to use a machine. I don't have any square reference surfaces. I didn't get down far enough with this side down to that 3/8 mark. Just touch it up a little bit. Now I can stick the chisel right in that bottom marking. I'll be able to make adjustments in that taper, that bottom tapering on the end. I can shave to fit these slots, but I've got 20 of those to do, and but they don't take that long.